Hey now. Sorry about that, folks. Didn't expect the autoplay to be on, but I didn't. Well, whatever. It is what it is. Hope you're all having a fantastic 4th of July weekend. Mine's been pretty good so far. On the 4th, I had my, here's another thing Phil will never say. I had my dad come over and we, had a good steak dinner together. Yeah, had a steak, tortellini salad, tomato basil, veggies, baked potato, all kinds of good stuff. Finish off some wine, all good stuff. Yeah, I didn't have a thing where I just threw out stuff that I didn't want on stream, stuff that could have donated to good causes or had my dinner ruined by someone who doesn't know how to cook, apparently. But anyways, let's catch up on some stuff here. So there's not enough Cobra stuff to do for a whole stream, so we're gonna jump to some other people as well. But obviously we'll start with good old Josh here. Boglin Chronicles, of course. June.
And we have officially 1 jar of apple silk mead being brewed. Now you want to let this sit for like 12 days, and then you want to take and filter out all the fruit that's in there, and just drain the liquid that's been mixed with the sugar, the honey, and the caramel chewy candies. And then after you filter this into a clean jar, you let it sit for another month, and then you have alcohol, basically.
He sounds so wasted.
Not that difficult, but the YouTube fans have been like, when's Cobra going to do another batch of mead? This right here,
oh,
my
God.
jar of mead. It's definitely ready. I poured a little bit of sugar in there earlier and gave it a stir. And I use...
Bro, how could you need more sugar in that?
Pure cane white sugar. That's what I use with my winemaking. YouTube. I'm gonna pour a shot for you and try it. I can't.
He looks worse than Welcome Exiled.
Hey now.
I am saving the rest until after Ozzy Osbourne's final show in Birmingham. Lid's not in the best of shape, but it's all good. There's a little bit in the cup here. Let's try a sip.
God, his hair looks so bad.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. You sip on it, it's got a nice strong apple flavor to it.
Strong what? Oh yeah, I forgot to put on the subtitles, my bad.
Shall not be touched a nice strong apple flavor to it.
It's amazing. Fucking Google AI can understand him better than I can. Excuse me. I would never guess that he said apple, but hearing it now after seeing it, like, okay, yeah, he said apple flavor.
I shall not be touching any of the rest of that mead until after the
lying sack of shit! You lying sack of shit!
And as far as making your own wine goes, I've got it down to an exact science, my friends.
What you just said
if I want to wait till like
is one of the most
the 18th after next
things
month,
I've ever heard.
Letting it age for another year. I did try a shot of it earlier just to make sure it's fermenting and doing what it's supposed to do, and it has that bite to it. You know, when you sip on a good hard drink and it's got that bite to it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's like, oh, we want a meat update. So my phone's busted, so I'll have to wait until I get another phone to do cameos, and that's gonna. I'll figure something out.
Fucking autistic tard gets too angry at his phone.
Like alcohol. Does it kick like alcohol? You betcha, sweet ass, it does. my Viking ancestors.
It's good to see that he took that, Christmas Eve arrest all those years ago to heart for being drunk in public.
To be proud of this. Hold up. Making your own homemade wine is not exactly rocket science. It's very easy to make, and I'm happy with the way this turned out. Hold on a second. Oh.
Like, it really just is amazing how he's such an alcoholic lush that he just has to make his own alcohol. Like, I'm not saying everyone who does make their own alcohol is an alcoholic, but either you're an enthusiast or you're just a fucking drunk, and he's definitely the latter.
It definitely tastes like some bad decisions are being made. I don't touch the rest of that mead until after Ozzy Osbourne's final show. It's not gonna hurt nothing, because it's definitely ready. 1 second.
Sorry, might as well fix this here.
Yeah, that mead's definitely ready. Oh. People are like, oh, Josh, how's your mead doing, buddy? And I'm just like, how's my mead doing? Let me try a sip of it. That tastes just like alcohol.
Well, it should.
And I guarantee you it's worth the wait. When you make your own mead, like I've done here, like this.
Oh my
this
god.
apple silk mead, I guarantee.
Oh my god.
What?
Bro, what the fuck? He has not showered in a long time. A long time.
It tastes better than anything. And I mean anything better than you're going to get at the liquor store.
Hobbit feet, yeah.
It's strong enough to get the job done. It'll get the job done. You too.
Yeah, it's gonna get the diabetes
come
done.
Up with. It wasn't saving the rest of this for after Ozzy's final show. I'd fucking drink the whole goddamn jar in one sitting, because that's how good it is. There is a proper apple wine. Like, I'm happy with the way this turned out. Like, you think you were had apple juice? Well, like, this is your grandpappy's apple juice, because this stuff here, oh my god, dude. It definitely tastes like you're drinking alcohol when you sip it. And does it kick like alcohol? You bet your sweet ass it does. Oh, I know, also, as a high-functioning alcoholic, I'd know a thing or two about that. It's like, yeah, this stuff...
Well, hold on. What was that?
Oh, I know, as a high-functioning alcoholic, I'd know a thing or two about that.
No. You are not a high-functioning alcoholic. You're just an alcoholic. You're a functioning alcoholic. Take that for whatever that means, but high-functioning, no, that means that, like, you can, like, live your normal life while drinking. You are not a high-functioning alcoholic.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Like, yeah, this stuff... Yeah. I'm not going to be touching the rest of that until after the Ozzy concerts. I would definitely not say no to another glass of that, but I'm like, as delicious as that is, I want to save that. So I can have some for the day Ozzy does his final show kind of thing, you know. Like Cobra, we must know, how does the mead taste? The apple silk? The apple silk mead, it tastes phenomenal.
Oh, for the love of Christ. Bro, you know, eventually that is going to cause, like, a disaster. Because one day something really bad is going to happen when he's using that blowtorch to light something. And it's just a matter of time. Mark my words. Here on the 5th of July, that blowtorch is going to fuck him up somehow. Or fuck up his life.
Seem to have misplaced my Bic lighter. You ever do that? But luckily I got a torch. Dude, I cannot get the taste of that out of my mouth. That is fucking phenomenal. Although I should
That's
say,
not how good drinks and food are supposed to be. You can't get the taste out of your mouth. That's the mark of something bad. When's the last time you ate something good and you're like, I can't get the taste of it out of my mouth? That was some great chocolate. I had it like a couple minutes ago, but I can't get the taste of it out of my mouth. Like, whoever says that?
that making your own homemade alcohol does come with health risks like botulism and such.
Yeah, no shit.
But as far as like, I've been making my own homemade wine for a couple years now, and I haven't made a batch. And God knows how long. Last time I made a batch, it was on Halloween of last year, and it turned out so horrible. I was like, nope, I am not touching this hobby for a hot minute. And then,
That was
like the other
amazing, by the
day, I
way.
was just like, you know what? When's
Think
the
of
last time I
how,
made a,
I
made a
mean,
jar of mead?
let's be honest. All of his meats have been awful in some way. What, for those who don't remember, it was he put in all like those Reese's cups, and he didn't just put any Reese's in. He put in like the fucking like jumbo ones. They're like it's like two Reese's cups smashed into one. He threw a whole bunch of those in there, along with all the other shit that he normally puts in. How bad must that have tasted to where he said, fuck this afterwards?
Do one up for your Viking ancestors. Make a jar. Super easy to make, and if you're willing to wait a little bit, like I turned into some fine alcohol. I'm not complaining about that. If you're not old enough to consume alcohol, then I would make it your own risk because, like
No,
I
you
said,
shouldn't
my
be
ass
making
ain't
it if you're too
responsible if you
young.
get caught. What is this in this jar? Alcohol? That's what it smells like, mister. Where did you get this? Who bought this for you? It's like I learned how to make it myself. Who taught you how to fucking do this? Who taught you how to fucking make apple flavored wine? Oh, Cobra? Well. I kind of want another glass of it. Is that bad? It's like, oh, I'm trying to save it, but it's like. You can get mad sick off of
Have
making
more
your
than
own homemade
yourself.
alcohol,
I
so
indulged
make
a little
it at
bit
your
last
own
night
risk.
and fucked me up for
Although
half the
I've
day
never gotten
today.
sick off my homemade wine, so I'm like, fuck it. YouTube, if you had taste division right now, like
Taste division. I know he meant to say taste division.
let's pour yourself another glass. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you,
glad that
Satan,
I'm setting my
for
house and
blessing me with
stuff.
this
Although we do need to
beautiful
do a bunch of
jar
work.
of apple silk mead. I am not complaining.
We have to replace one of our sinks. I
Ooh,
need to
Joshy like.
replace the
Excuse
cartridge
me.
in one of my showers.
Mm.
Actually, there's two sinks that need replacing. And a whole bunch of other shit too.
So I got just a pinch of my apple silk mead left. Of apple alcohol goodness. Oh, that smells good. Hold on. Oh, dude, my apple silk mead is amazing.
He sounds goofy. Looks like he might have showered though. I think he showered.
Anniversary to Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne. I do hope Ozzy fucking
I love how he keeps saying Aussie
enjoys
instead of Ozzy.
the concert that he's gonna do the Black Sabbath last show. Yeah, that one. I was not able to get tickets,
Well, of
but
course
that's
not.
alright. I made this potion, this
How
concoction,
awful must
if
that
you
show
want to
have
call
been
it.
too?
It's basically homemade wine.
Like I get like the nostalgia thing, but I have to imagine as an actual show, like quality of music and singing, that show was probably awful, right? Like, can Ozzy perform anymore still, for the most part?
Silk Mead. Yeah. I know I said I was going to try to save some for the concert the day
I wouldn't
of,
call him a hack, but he's
this
definitely over the hill at this point. I mean, he was over the
mead
hill
is
like
so delicious.
freaking 20 years
Kinda
ago,
hard to
probably.
do. Sue me, I'm an alcoholic.
Osmosis is a really good album. I wasn't a
And
Nazi fan at all. My
as an
cousin turned me onto it, and
alcoholic,
that's a
I would
great
like
album.
to say that this
Came
homemade
out in
apple
like
wine is
90. When did Osmosis come out?
pour a glass of it.
When did that come out? 95 that came out. Okay, my bad.
Potions class is in session. Oh, shit.
Oh shit, hold on, I need to see. I was looking at the thing.
Potions class is in session. Oh, shit.
I thought he sneezed into
So
the
for the
drink.
homies, look at it spilling out. Okay. Some for Waltz. Cheers. Mm. Mm. I have perfected the apple silk mead recipe, and I would not change a goddamn thing. Oh,
That was me today. I was so fucking tired.
Don't mind me.
I slept like shit because I was like,
Wait, what time is
drunk.
this?
So you don't sleep
No
well
wonder
when you're
why
like
I'm
that.
tired.
And my fucking dog woke me up at 1 in the morning and had to go out because apparently my wife didn't let her out. I literally asked her, I'm like, at like 9 o'clock, I'm like, did she go out? Yeah. She went out like recently. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, fine, because no point's letting her out again. And then freaking 1 o'clock, the dog was crying in the room, and I had to like get up. And when I get up, I hate it. Like, I hate getting up out of bed because then I will not get back to sleep for at least an hour.
It's like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm sitting here like...
So I got awful with my sleep.
I should be winding down for the evening. This fucking apple silk mead.
And also, I'm
tastes-
someone, it is next to impossible for me to take a nap. Like, next to impossible. I tried to nap today. It just didn't work. Like, sleeping, if it's bedtime, I'm fine. But if I'm trying to take a nap, hell no. But then it's annoying because like, I'm trying to sleep, but, like, I'm too tired. I'm too tired to do anything else. But I'm not tired enough to sleep. So.
And make me another jar. Take me down to the Paradise City. I am very happy. And even if I don't have an entire jar to enjoy for the concert, honestly, I'm not complaining.
He drank a lot of that in a short period of time.
My apple silk mead
And God,
recipe.
sugary wine hangovers have to be the worst.
The entire thing in one sitting. As an alcoholic, I can tell you.
At least he's honest.
That's how I know it's good and it works. But I wanted to raise an early glass and say cheers. It's America's birthday and Sharon and Ozzy's wedding anniversary. And I couldn't help myself. I was like, oh, let's get on this action. Hold up.
You have to stay.
Ugh, making your own alcohol is just such a satisfying feeling.
Yeah, exiled. It's like
you're buzzed off your own supply, you know. I love alcohol as much as anybody else does.
No, you love it a bit more.
Around and going like, that's tasty.
Now, how's that line go in Archer? Like, I'm afraid the collective hangover would hit me so, like why he doesn't stop drinking or why he's always drunk. It's like, I'm afraid the collective hangover would kill me.
And the sip that I take fucking warms my tummy. And now, educational fact.
Uh-oh.
What's the difference between mead and wine? The answer is honey.
I'm sure there's a bit more to it than that, but whatever. Oh god, look at that head. Is he
Excuse me, I
vomiting?
got the burps. Oh, fuck.
That's not all you got. Ugh.
That's delicious. There we go. Results may vary. I should say that as a disclaimer because I don't want people suing me and being like, well, I got grounded because my parents caught me making alcohol. Or like, your alcohol got me and my friends sick and blah, blah, blah.
Why is my microphone picking up so much stuff? I
I'm
really
sitting
need
here
to.
like,
Well, I need a new
wow,
microphone, so it's
that's
not
the
really
risk
worth
you
going
take.
for all the hassle of readjusting the settings.
Excuse me.
Knowing it's going to have to just be redone with a new microphone. I'm hoping one goes on sale, like another Yeti on
It
Prime
might
Day.
take me like a month and a half to make it.
If not, worst case scenario, I'll just get a
Excuse me.
refurbished
Oh,
one. Those are
fucking
cheaper.
oh. And like, you know, I don't expect you to get me drunk because I have a high tolerance to alcohol, I do. But as an alcoholic, you know, I love alcohol. I know what it's going to taste like. And like in my experience with alcohol, apple silk, Cobra seal approval, use whatever apples you can get. You'll get the same results. The only reason I
I'm
use
pretty sure that's not
Lolcow
the case.
apples is because my lizard puff would go nuts over them. I'm like, well, if it's good enough for my bearded dragon, then that's how I know it's a good apple. And I don't even care if I have alcohol to celebrate the 4th
Like, I'm pretty
of
sure
July.
it's got to be a difference if you use like
Too hard
Macintosh
on
versus if you use like Granny Smith, because those two taste completely
Crazy
different.
train. Although if your ass gets caught trying to
I
make
do love Granny Smith
alcohol when
apples,
you're
though. I don't like
underage,
Macintosh.
I'm not responsible for the grounding you receive. That's why I'm like, making your own mead is for 21 and up.
Yes, indeed. Okay, let's Clint's Dependence Day. I kind of like that wordplay. Oh, there we go. You go live?
Happy 4th of July. That's what's up. Hope you're having a beautiful 4th of July. I'm just sitting here chilling like a rock star villain. And check out my new customized girl t-shirt design. Hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful 4th of July. If you're going to talk shit, you're going to get banned from my channel. Just hanging out, drinking a 7-Up Tropical. I'm a little pissed off about P. Diddy getting acquitted, but that's neither here nor there.
Who?
Do I have any mead left? No, I drank it all. I was trying to save some
Of course you
for
did.
tomorrow and today, but I'm going to wash my fucking jars and make another batch. You guys like got Darth Vader that sword. I promised I'd get him. I don't ask for money. If you want to contribute to Cobra's channel, you can, but you don't have to. I gotta get a new cell phone yet, and I'm waiting on my Etsy money to arrive to get my account out of the negative. Don't have any money for that, like I said, and it's all good. I don't need alcohol to celebrate the 4th of July.
You lying sack of shit!
Right now I'm drinking a 7-Up Tropical that is not a sponsor.
I just love how he was.
I'm not grumpy. I'm just sitting here hanging out, chatting with the fans.
Fans.
Someone donated money so we can watch him black out. Yes,
I do miss that. Like, we haven't had a good
yeah, my Aussie rules.
like
fuck
lives
sickos,
like
fuck
like remember he used to back in his old place he'd have like
fuck
those
you, get banned from my channel.
He'd have like those like 5-hour or 6+ hours marathon streams. He would just get like shit faced, and then he'd pass out, and then he'd get a call, and the cops would come by to wake him up or check on him, and then he'd get all pissy about it. I mean, God, when's the last time we had a thing like that? We definitely haven't had it since he moved. Too bad. I miss those.
Fuck P. Diddy, too. He's a scumbag of a human being. I'm all for Trump's big, beautiful bill. I'm all for tax cuts. In my personal opinion, there's too many taxes. Like, Jesus
you
Christ,
don't pay them, you
the
dumb
government will
cunt.
tax it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people
Yeah,
think I have it so fucking easy. I'm like, spoken like somebody who hasn't had to live a day in my life with Asperger's. Talking shit on Ozzy Osbourne will get you banned from my channel. Did your father ever let you have fireworks? Fuck off. How much beer money do I got? I'm not worried about it, man. Sitting here hanging out on stream. My fans are more important than the money. I'm not grumpy. I'm just answering questions. I believe if I was grumpy, you'd fucking know. No, I don't have any alcohol, and I don't need to celebrate. Oh, because I said I'm not grumpy, like 10 people are gonna comment how grumpy I am. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, big into
My
hip hop,
shoulders are
looking for you to
losers,
sway
dude.
in hip hop.
You say I look healthier? Well, how much money am I aiming for? Whatever you want to give me. You don't have to. You don't have to fucking give me any money.
Yeah, I haven't listened to modern hip hop in a long
If you don't
time.
want to, but if you do, it's greatly appreciated.
Excuse me.
Like impersonating me on my own YouTube stream.
King
How stupid do you have to be, dude?
Wait, what?
Impersonating me on my own YouTube stream. How stupid do you have to be, dude? The money is not a need, it's a want. Let's get one thing straight, ass lick. Your comments getting banned. I love America as much as I love Ozzy Osbourne, so go fuck yourself. If you
Guess
think
he
I'm
found his
gross,
big
then why do
lighter.
you watch my videos? I'm not letting them push my buttons. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah,
I'm not allowed to stick
not.
up for myself without being told, oh, don't let them get to you. Don't let them push your buttons. Don't tell me how to run my life, please. You couldn't handle 5 minutes in my shoes of being bullied and non-fucking stop. I mean, they literally go out of their way to bully me for anything, and it's sad. My YouTube trolls are more obsessed with me than I am with Ozzy Osbourne, and it's not healthy.
Literally, if you just change your phone number, like most of your problems would go away.
Ban right there. See that right there saying that I'm lying about that? That's a form of bullying right there. Get banned. If you think I'm incredibly boring without booze, get hidden from my channel. And then as soon as I do drink, you sit there and call me a fucking alcoholic. And then when I don't have any fucking alcohol, you sit there and call me boring. Yeah, goodbye. Get banned. Fuck you. I don't need to have alcohol to enjoy my 4th of July. Get banned. No, he didn't. Shut the fuck up. Get hidden from my channel. Hey, Dr. Janky, if you got to change
There's one thing we can say
man,
about Cobra. He does
do
not make AI music.
Yeah, don't speak off on behalf of Ozzy just to fuck with me, dude. Hey,
Unless
bud,
by
I don't need
AI,
my
I mean
dad's permission
awfully
to stream,
idiotic.
okay? So, bye-bye, banned. It's like my Cobra fucking trolls live to be banned. Like, oh my god, I'm so honored. I got banned by the legendary King Cobra. Oh. Well, if I had some booze, I'd take a drink for America for sure. I love America more than I love alcohol, to be honest.
Oh, you lying sack of shit.
Pretty sad. You lying sack of shit, dude. No drink combos at the moment, but happy 4th of July to you too.
A few hours later.
Up YouTube. Happy 4th of July. Look what I got. Some Budweiser. I got 3 of these bad motherfuckers all in the same size.
3 of them? You got just 3 like 40s? What the fuck?
They're set.
I want to say cheers to
Oh,
America.
God.
And happy 4th of July, and fuck the sickos and fuck the trolls. This first gulp is for America. For all our awesome
I had 24.
troops.
I had a,
and for the greatest fucking
I got
country on the
a
planet.
Miller High Life
I'll drink you that.
yesterday. Like one of those like big
I'll do
cans,
it in a
like
couple
this
bucks
big.
in
It's
my
24
Cash App and
ounces. Because
PayPal.
it was only $2. I didn't
So I
want to buy,
appreciate that. Cheers to you.
you know, because I'm cutting
I
back on
never
my
ask anyone
booze.
for money. Like, if
So I don't stock it
anything,
here.
that's
I
why
wanted to
I
have
say
something.
you don't have to if you don't want to.
So I was going to like
or if
split
you
with my
can't.
dad. But he's like, I don't want any beer. And I'm like,
But
oh,
anything
great. So
you
I had to have the
can
24
do
ounce
is
thing on my own.
appreciated.
But God,
I see
chugging
these
like a 40.
YouTubers who
Oh.
are sitting there just flat out demanding people give them money versus.
Like, aren't 40s meant to
my
be
take
like
on
a
it is
group
that
drink?
you don't have to. Just you watching the videos appreciated. People who call me a fucking e-bagger are just jealous that I get to have a job where I can sit on my butt and drink beer and stream and play guitar. Like, what are you doing for your job? 1 second.
Did you call this your job? Oh, no. Oh, for the love of...
On my live stream earlier,
His
I
feet are
made a
still
comment
awful.
that said, what the hell are women complaining about? And when it comes to, like, sex and dating, like, women do not have to try that hard to get laid. All they gotta do is show up and say yes. That's what I'm saying.
I guess we're doing
like,
this rant again.
Even the playing field, you gotta get yourself some tactical soap, coupon code. I'm sure
Not a
we'll give you
sponsor.
one. Check it out. Yeah. It doesn't take a whole lot to turn on men, especially if you're straights. That's what I'm saying. So, like, tactical soap, even
Yeah, tactical soap, $6 for 2 bars of soap.
Now, when women
yeah,
are
sure.
going to the bar, get some beer, get some tequila shots, or fucking, they're sitting there freaking out because they got nothing to wear, and it's like, honey, don't overthink it. Do not overthink it. If all I had to do to get some pussy was show up and say yes, and then be like, you know what? Let the chicks handle it, everything, take care of everything. And all I gotta do is say yes to get pussy. I'll be like, shit, I wouldn't not be complaining. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, honey. All men are just pigs. You'll find the right guy someday. You don't need a man in your life. All is fair in love and war, so gain the tactical advantage. In your mid-30s, and you got a big old gut, and you got more hair in your stomach than you do on your head, and you walk up to a bunch of hot college chicks, picking Cheetos crumbs out of your big old beer gut. Yeah, if you were a Twinkie, I'd eat you. You ladies want to come down to my mom's basement and play Nintendo 64? I got Duck Hunt. We can heat up some pizza rolls. And like I said, looks are only half of it, my friends. The other half is personality. If her personality sucks, but she's got a smoking hot body, you know, fucking...
Yeah,
you'll get bored of it real quickly.
With
you go talk to her about politics.
Smoking hot bite, and you are the great look or the great personality.
Like, that look in her face, like, oh my god, me and my friend Cheryl went camping one time, and then she got a bunch of like politics on her arm, and we had to get bug spray for her. And you're like, aren't you adorable? That's a different kind of tick, dear. So, like, you know what? I hate sickos. And speaking of somebody who's being cyber-stalked and harassed by his ex-girlfriend, I can tell you that being stalked is no fun.
I bet.
And it's like, okay,
especially from her, my God.
Everybody wants to accuse me of stalking certain women when it's like, I would never dream of stalking anyone, especially after I know how it fucking feels, dude. Now, Rachel Ziegler is sitting there saying, oh, the movie's going to plop. The movie sucks. No one's going to want to watch it. And then proceeds to complain because nobody watched it. And it's like, I'd like to think of myself as a good person, even though I have my sadistic psycho side.
Who's Rachel Ziegler?
I keep it in check. Big deal if you don't get me pussy. About... Like, what, you know what I'm saying? There are plenty of chicks that would fuck my brains out right now. What you have is nothing special. And despite the fact I have nasty-ass fucking teeth, I still pull more pussy than my trolls.
including the pussies.
Yeah, I don't think she was
me.
telling people that the movie she was in
now
sucked.
It's cranking with the 4th of July. Check it out. I got me some Budweiser.
I mean, it may have sucked, but she was not because she told people it did.
I was able to get 3 of these. Big old 40 ounces. And if I drink all 3 of these bottles in one sitting, it'll definitely do the trick.
That's 120 ounces of beer.
Hope you're all having a beautiful 4th of July. I'm just sitting here chilling out, drinking some beer.
Could you imagine drinking that much beer?
You're indecisive. I told these trolls.
Told them what?
That I'm getting sick and tired of their act.
Fuck is that?
It's definitely hot and fresh, so I can feel it through the bag. A chili cheese dog.
That looks disgusting.
Kahuna. That just looks all kinds of delicious.
I guess Papa Clint came through with some cash.
Do you want to pick this up and eat it?
God, I feel bad for that guy.
Big Kahuna chili cheese dog. That is phenomenal.
Like seeing shit like this, I feel so blessed that my children. I mean, look, they're not perfect. 4th of July dinner. But like to have a kid turn out like Cobra, like my God.
The home stretch bar and grill. The Dasher got here quick enough.
Like to just birth a. God damn. Like to just birth an embarrassment.
Chili cheese dog.
What I'm looking for. Like just like a leech, basically.
What's up, you glorious bastards?
Like that's all he is a leech. 4th of
July.
Like he doesn't contribute anything. He doesn't what the fuck? Welcome, Alice.
Hey now.
Like he doesn't give anything back. Like there's no like with my kids, like they're good people, they're smart, they're attractive, they're, everything that, I can't imagine life without them. Like, the idea of them not being in my life, brings me pain. But when you have a kid like Cobra here, like, no, your life would legit be better without him without him. Like, there's no real redeeming quality. And I'm not saying it's all his fault either. I'm not just trying to shit on him. But, I mean, there are some people who are just born broken. He is broken. And, I'm not saying it's all his fault, but also some of that blame has to go on Clint as well. Like, he probably should have done more work to try to get a conservatorship to make sure that he didn't just go off on his own. Live on his own when clearly it ain't working. Like, he's going to probably be dead before he's 50, maybe before he's even 40. And, some of that has to fall on Clint. Like, oh, he was an adult. We'd have no control. Like, motherfucker. Like, that's bullshit. There are plenty of people who are over the age of 18 who clearly can't live on their own, who have to be under some sort of guidance. Now, you can get that shit done. You just chose not to, or you didn't, I guess, look in the proper ways to do it. But if Britney fucking Spears, who was bringing in millions of dollars a year, still fall under the qualification of needing conservatorship, I see no reason why he couldn't as well.
Mine could be better, and it could be
Tell me
worse.
when I'm telling lies.
If you want to contribute to the channel, that's my PayPal link.
Oh, welcome, Dasher.
It would be greatly appreciated if I could get a couple bucks in PayPal, because I'd be broke as a motherfucking joke, dude.
Cobes needs some money.
And the Etsy money that I'm waiting for is not going to come in until Monday, and that's going to be just barely enough to cover basic shit that I need. So it's
basic needs like what? More alcohol?
One cash? Oh, fucking shit, dude. I need over like $200, man.
Got my cup. It's got my name on it. See?
A couple bucks short for what I need it for, and it sucks. Like, I have got to get better at budgeting my money and like not being so quick, to break my phones and shit. So I guess the Senate passed a bill that basically said that if you don't have a job, you could lose your benefits, kind of thing. And I'm like, I get it. They're not going to pay healthy 29-year-old men to sit on their ass and play video games. And I'm like, well, I get that to a point, but in my case, especially, if I get a job here in town and the trolls find out where I work, they harass that place till I get fired. So for me to get a job is very hard. So I've had to rely on YouTube and my album sales and the generosity of my fans and my T-shirts and my cameo shout-outs.
And your dad.
Which I can't do cameos until I get a new cell phone. And at this point, I'll be lucky enough to make enough money for a little bit of everything else. But it is what it is. I mean, if I lose my benefits, it is what it is. Like, I'll make my wands if I have to.
Dude, you'll be beyond fucked without your
It's the 4th of July and sitting here drinking some beer, celebrating America's birthday. That's what's up.
Like, people like him should be super concerned about Trump's new things, but
anything
he's
you can
just too
donate to my
stupid to
PayPal
get
is
it.
greatly appreciated, man. And you don't have to donate, but if you do, it's appreciated, Despite the fact that my YouTube trolls are fucking assholes who do anything they can to harass me.
The hell is
like
that?
Any job I get, they try to, anything that, what I'm saying? Despite the fact that it's super hard for me to get a regular job here in town because of my YouTube celebrity status, I still try. And
no, you don't.
It's an honest living, It's just, it is what it is. Fucking fuck the sickos, fuck the trolls, happy 4th of July, that's what's up. Well, like, I like how Trump is sitting there saying, we gotta make America great again. And I'm like, okay, so pretty much taking away 17 million plus people's benefits because you assume they're all just healthy individuals who sit on their ass and do nothing. And I'm like, that's not necessarily always the case.
Oh, is he actually getting it now?
Job, and I would. I had that job at Wendy's, and my trolls got me fired from that. I had a sweet gig washing dishes, and then my trolls harassed those people and got me fired from that too. Well, I guess the way the bill sits now, that they just passed, you have to prove you have a job in order to keep your benefits. And I'm like, I made a lot of money doing Cameo and making my wands, so
I think he's misunderstanding the law, because the way it used to be was that you couldn't really have a job with SSI, or if you did, it had to fit a certain threshold, because it went too high, then you would lose the benefits. It was always like this weird like balancing act that a bunch of people had to do, where they could still get income, but you couldn't get too much income because then you would lose your benefits. So I'm not totally up on the new laws, a new bill or whatever, but something tells me that he doesn't quite have it completely accurate here.
If I end up losing my SSDI because of this stupid fucking bill, I'm not going to be happy about it, but I'll get over it. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not the one in charge of making bills and this and that. And it's unfortunate that there are a lot of people who take advantage of this system, and that's the reason why this bill got passed in the first place. So I'm going to go live for a bit, just hang out with the fans, chug some Budweiser, enjoy my 4th of July and what's left of it. You need to get a job, Cobra. You need to get a job, Cobra.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I figured he was missing something in it. Or was misunderstanding it.
If I'm going to cut down on my drinking a little bit,
I try to kind of not pay attention to, I know it's going to sound really bad.
So be it.
I try not to pay attention to what's going on in the world, because I just always see something that
the important thing
off.
is to not panic and just
So I try to just find
Stay
things to not
calm,
piss
stay
me off.
collective, and don't let the shit get to you. I'm not gonna let this crap on my 4th of July. I got one more left right here. I might just save that for tomorrow. If
I mean, one more left. You mean you drank one already?
Because people seem to think I'm more entertaining when I drink, and then as soon as I do drink, y'all give me shit and call me an alcoholic. And I'm like, that's just the kind of double standard bullshit I'm talking about. Like, if I'm not drinking on camera, you're boring and stupid and lame, wham. But then if I do drink, oh, you're an alcoholic piece of shit. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck off. If you're gonna talk shit on Ozzy Osbourne, you're gonna get fucking banned from my channel. You people are fucking disgusting. Like, oh, Cobra's live. We better talk shit on Ozzy Osbourne. Fuck you. Customization. Oh, what's the matter? Well, if you're gonna talk shit on Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of fucking Darkness, you're gonna lose your comments and privileges. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and read this crap. You people need to get a fucking hobby. Like, go outside, touch grass. Oh, man, now we can't talk shit on Ozzy Osbourne, try to piss Cobra off and get a reaction. It just ruins it for my fans who want to comment, you know? And I'm like, well, it's not my fans' fault that my trolls need to get a life. Oh, look, now you can't comment nasty things on my live stream.
I mean, who is genuinely a fan of King Cobra at this point? I mean, I guess you could argue that I am a fan, but like it's more of a fan of the shit he does, not a fan of him as a person.
Take that, Cobra.
But you could argue though that I am a troll.
Because you're like sitting there like jonesing, like it's some kind of fucking drug. Like, oh my god, I can't talk shit on Ozzy Osbourne just to piss off Cobra. Oh, I can't bully Cobra for hating sickos. Oh, this makes me mad. Oh my god, I can't make fun of him for having nasty ass rotten teeth and going bald. Oh my fucking god. Like, oh, we can't comment and say mean things to Cobra. Oh, jeez. Sitting there bullying somebody who's got Asperger's and schizophrenia and like OCD, ADHD, Tourette syndrome, and ocular defiancy disorder.
But whoa, what the hell does he say he has?
Schizophrenia and like OCD, ADHD, Tourette syndrome, and ocular defiancy disorder.
What the hell Tourette's does he have?
Bipolar depression. Yeah. You go. You want to call me a thin-skinned little pussy because I turned off the comments? And I'm like, you're just mad because you can't comment mean shit. It's almost midnight, so 4th of July is almost over. Hope y'all had an amazing 4th of July. Christopher, thank you for the $1 to Cash App. And that's what kills me about it. Is like you've got nothing better to do than go onto a stream of someone you clearly don't like, just to leave nasty comments. You know, if I was president of the United States, I would make sure, okay, if you need benefits and stuff, you'd have to go through like a rigorous set of questions and all that. There'd be a process, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna be like, oh, fuck you, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Never made it as a wise man. Couldn't go to the poor man's student. This is how you remind me of what I really am. 17 million Americans are about to lose their benefits
like something was
because of bullshit bill the Republicans passed. Nice. Real fucking nice. I'm just saying, if I was president of the United States of America, I would legalize all drugs for 21 and up and offer people treatment for nonviolent offenses instead of throwing them in jail. I would legalize prostitution for 21 and up.
Yeah, I wouldn't quite legalize all the drugs.
We're going to make more
some of them, sure. Like, yeah, weed should be legal everywhere. But that's about it.
Ain't no skin off my shoes, man. I'll finger fuck it the way out.
Like, oh, we're not going to pay these 29-year-olds to sit on their ass and play video games.
What the?
We're going to make wands.
Did you just fart? What was that noise?
Like, oh, we're not going to pay these 29-year-olds to sit on their ass and play video games.
Did he just like shit himself? Hold on. I'm sorry.
To sit on their ass and play video games.
What the fuck is that noise?
So be it. So fucking be it. I do hope
That
we
would
get
just
that
sound
money
like
from
he shit
Etsy on
himself.
Monday,
I'm like, I'm not doing even heard that,
fucking
right?
need it. Like, right the fuck now. Shit. And, like, literally, I sold a wand for $444. That doesn't count as a job. You know? Like, ugh. Cobra's tips to avoiding a hangover. Drink plenty of Sprite before passing out, or water, or eat something greasy and unhealthy, like bread or whatever. Yeah, being broke sucks. Every time I get a job here in town,
Well,
my
for me,
fucking
it's
YouTube
like
trolls will
there's
harass.
like you can't have alcohol be legal and then say that the other one can't. Like, to me, like, that makes no sense. It's like, well, you have one that's clearly worse for you, and that one's legal. But the other one, which pretty much does like similar things but in different ways, but that one isn't legal. Why?
I work at, they'll harass my coworkers and my bosses and their Facebook pages until I get fired. And then it's just like, then they'll shove it in my face and go, well, you need to get a job. And it's like, well, you know what? Maybe you could leave me the fuck alone. And I don't completely disagree with everything Trump's done, but this one's got me a little steamed. Alas, I am not president, so I cannot give you legal prostitution and universal health care, but what do you do? I'm the kind of man who cries during the Star-Spangled Banner. The kind of man
He almost
who
dropped
enjoys
the booze.
ice-cold beer and a delicious chili cheese dog. And I sat here thinking to myself, they can't take away your benefits unless you're abusing the system, and that's just scare tactics brought on by the radical left. And I'm like, oh, come to find out, I was wrong. The only thing that chili cheese dog was missing, if I had any complaints, is some goddamn bacon. Thank you. And it's like, well, if I lose my Medicaid because of this fucking bill, then I could pretty much say fuck trying to fix my teeth, you know? Because I can't afford that shit right now. Nice. Like, dude, I make mead for a living on YouTube. You saw my recipe, the apple silk mead I made was fantastic.
Mead for a living?
What?
No, I fucking hate sickos more than I love America. Don't get me started on that crap.
Well, it's not even just,
People
I mean,
in
you
my
can
live
consume
stream
it.
earlier are like, Josh,
Not
you
by
look a little
just smoking
healthier
it.
than
I mean, there's
usual.
a lot of people
do
who
something different.
can't do that.
Like, not really.
Then they'll just take like edibles or drinks. There's so many ways to consume it
tasted
nowadays.
really good. My body was like, woo, what's this? Vegetables? Ah. Yeah, I want to save the other 40
I think it was funny, my aunt,
when I wake up in the morning.
She was having some
It's
pain
the
issues
4th
and
of
she wanted
July,
to
and
get
I'm feeling
some,
a
so I
little
got her
schnockered
some,
at the moment.
like some gummies. And she's like, oh, I didn't feel anything. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. So I just took the rest back. But then then it come to find out later. Yeah, she was abusing like oxys and crap. And I'm like, well, okay, if you're abusing opiates, then I guess I can understand why a little edible wouldn't do anything for you.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah, what the fuck are you gonna do? Oh, fuck me. Part of me is like, you know what? I don't need alcohol for the morning.
You lying
Sometimes I
sack of
drink
shit!
too much anyways. It is what it is.
You don't need alcohol for the morning?
And speaking of alcohol, the apple silk mead that I make is the bee's knees, man. fuck around and find out. Fuck, 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 fuck around and find out. Or I can play the song I made for Puff. I miss a little bastard. Like, I still have Puff's tank, even if I don't want another animal in my entire life. I keep Puff's tank because it's a way for me to
I guess it's Pops
his
instead of
memory
Puffs.
kind of thing. I may be an alcoholic, but I guarantee I'm a lot happier in life than my YouTube trolls are. Because what kind of miserable sick son of a bitch says,
is one of the most
you know what, I
insanely
want to
idiotic
dedicate my
things I've
entire
ever
fucking
heard.
life to bullying somebody with mental problems. Like, I know I can get another bearded dragon. They sell them here in town at the pet store, but it's not the same, dude. It's not the fucking same.
Oh god, I really hope he doesn't get another pet.
Honestly, after losing Puff, I don't want another pet. I don't care if it's a parrot, a raven, a macaw, whatever. Fucking, nope, I'm good.
Like, I think, honestly, if he tries to get another pet, like, the trolls will really get
I'm sorry you're going through that. Everyone had to give me
Animal
shit
Protective
about
Services on his
Puff
ass.
died, ran away.
Because there's too much
shit
evidence
about it.
now
Fucking Walt died,
that he
so
just
everyone's gonna
clearly
give shit
should not
about
own a
that.
pet of any
And
kind.
drag his daughter into it while accusing me of being obsessed. And I'm like, fuck all of you, dude. 100. Not trying to bring her up, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, I don't care if she fucking dates me or anything. It's the principle of the matter. Like, being a good person, making sure Angie's safe is more important.
Oh god, talking about Ellen again.
In fact, the safety of both of them is more important.
Puff was a bearded dragon. You know, like a lizard type thing that Cobra got from like one of his friends who was moving or something.
Yeah, it's just about time.
And he would go and like give it pop, blow smoke in his face. That's why I called it Puff. And then one time he let the bearded dragon out of its cage and it escaped. He couldn't find it. And that was last we had anyone heard of Puff.
Catch you on the flip one. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, that poor lizard or bearded dragon, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I got to just step away for a quick minute. I got to stretch my legs and stuff, and then after Beauty is live. That's so well, not that we're gonna be watching it, but I guess he's still hibernating. Yeah, maybe exiled. But after this, I'm going to we're going to check up on the Otaku, the wrestling Otaku. Not gonna watch a bunch of his stuff. I just glance through the things, and honestly, they seem kind of boring or very niche. Like I don't give a shit about the Ravens or the Orioles. Definitely don't care about his wrestling views, or there weren't any like really good bad ones, so to speak. But he made another one about women, and those ones I'm always interested in, so we'll check that out. And then after that, we're gonna take a quick look at some random wing stuff because, well, I'll tell you why when I get back. But it's a crazy thing that happened. Well, not that crazy really, but just a weird thing. Anyways, I'll be right back. And we're back, folks. Oh, I guess he has a bunch of shorts. Happy 4th of July, America's doomed. How the hell did he get an 80K video? God damn. Okay, so let's see here. We got, looks like I was right about women the whole time.
All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the one and only Wrestling Otaku channel, your personification of excellence on YouTube and YWC.
I love
And
how
I'm
he
back
calls
here.
it that
It is now
personification.
late night, not super late night, but it's like 9-10 p.m. here. It's Sunday, June 22nd of 2025. So I hope you're all having a good weekend and all that. So as we are heading into the back end of June here, hope y'all are having a good one and all that kind of stuff. And yours truly has got some content, things that I'm going to talk about. Several things involving wrestling, sports, and the world in general. There's a lot going on right now. I'm sure, I don't have to, divulge what it is. I'm sure you know. I'm sure all of you know if you follow the news. You got fucking countries getting bombed and shit. You got politicians here in this country getting assassinated and shit. And just the political landscape is just utterly ridiculous, and all the stuff that's going on in the world, nationally and internationally, it's just crazy. And, I may or may not delve into that, like, in a future video, either on this channel or one of my other channels. But other than that,
But he has, like,
hope y'all are
numerous
doing
channels,
well
by the
yourselves,
way.
no matter
Like,
where you might be. Hope y'all are doing okay. For those of you who follow the channel, hope you guys have been enjoying the content or will be enjoying the content that I plan on putting out very soon, because I do have several videos in mind for this channel and my other channels too. So if you
he has, like, an
do
anime
enjoy the
channel.
content, be sure to hit that like
Hold on,
button,
let me see if
leave a comment.
Hold on one sec. He had the things listed at one point. Oh well, whatever. Who cares? This is like his. This is at least his third like main channel though. He had one that he claimed was deleted because he. Get this. This is according to him, anyways. He uploaded a bunch of porn to his account, not to like share. Like he used YouTube's private videos. Like how you can just like upload a video and set it to private. He used it as a cloud video service. So like he could go and just like watch the things wherever, like on his phone or whatever that he wanted. And then like somehow he accidentally set them live or something. And then he got all these like, strikes and shit, and then they just yeeted his account. And then his channel that he made after that somehow got yeeted. Probably for some, guidelines violations. And so this is at least his third one.
Give me your thoughts, anything, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, man, if you haven't already. Appreciate all the support you get. We are
welcome,
rapidly
Demeter.
approaching 800 subscribers here on the Wrestling Otaku channel. So yeah.
Yeah, he had like over like at least 2,000, maybe 1,000, definitely over 1,000, maybe to like 1 and 2, maybe more than that. 1,000 subs before his old channel got deleted.
Excited about that. We're about a little over 15 or so subs away from reaching 800, and then after that we'll be 200 subs away from reaching 1,000. So be sure to sub to the channel, share this video. We'll tell your friends, tell everybody you know to do the same thing. So
I was
just kind of sitting here, just relaxing on another, off day. Thank God, because I hardly ever nowadays, seems like I hardly ever get weekends off or, especially Sundays off. But I have a rare Sunday off, so just was relaxing, just was thinking about, stuff I want to talk about, videos.
Why
I
is
want
it
to
the
make.
TV
I figure
on?
I'd just kind of share this, talk
Like, if you look here in his glasses, you can see the reflection of, like, something.
about this too, just while it's on my mind. Just with the grand scheme of everything that's going on in the world, the grand scheme of everything that's going on, in society, just in general.
Like, have you ever thought about, like, making a video and then while you're doing that, have something else playing in the background to distract you?
I figure I'd just kind of talk about this here too. Just kind of, and I've mentioned this briefly in posts and stuff, but I figure I'd share my thoughts in video form. And I think that
In
now
post?
would be a good as time as any for all of us, for everyone within the sound of my voice watching this video, to finally admit to the fact that I was right the entire time.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even
Hold
harder.
on. Why does he wear sunglasses inside? I don't know.
I
Because
was
he's an
right the
idiot.
entire time about women of this generation. I was right the entire time about women of really specifically this era, this time, especially.
In case you couldn't tell from just looking at him, he is a raging incel. Like, raging incel. This guy has that Lolcow ego.
I'd say within the last 5 years, because it seems like within the last 5 or so years, there's been just this massive.
If you also notice, like, his eyebrows don't match, like, why is the one on his left so much higher than one on his right? Like, unless he's, like, unless he's trying to do, like, a rock imitation or something.
Like societal shift, or just this change in just the culture and just how society is, especially when it comes to like things like dating and stuff like that. It seems like there's just been this massive change at really kind of pinpoint like the turn of the century, like the start of the decade, like around 2020. During, of course, that was the year that COVID came out. And everybody
COVID came out like it was a fucking movie or something.
Society and the economy was shut down for like a year, with that whole COVID thing, with that, pandemic and all that. And it just seems like there's been a big shift when it comes to like society and how people view things. And even back then at that time, even before that, really, like years before that, I've been saying that I was
Pick a date
making
then, bro.
those videos where I was talking about women and how they are. And it seems like now, more than ever, people are finally starting to wake up and realize that what I've been saying this whole time is true, or has been true. I look on social media, really more so I look on YouTube and even places like Facebook, and you'll have people basically talking openly about why the dating scene is so bad, and about why women nowadays are just unapproachable, and just people are just unwilling to date women nowadays. It's like, this is stuff that I've been saying for years,
What?
And it's like, in years past, in 2020, I did that 10 Reasons Why Women Are Trash video, and I've done follow-up videos to that, in the last 5 or so years, and it's like...
And every single one has been received horribly. Or, you know what I mean? No, there haven't been people siding with them. They've just been like, bro, you're just a fucking incel.
Every time, people, they paint me in this light of, oh my God, I'm this terrible person. I'm this evil person. I'm this wicked, evil man who hates women. I'm just woman hating. I'm just a misogynist. I'm just an incel. I'm every name in the book. Every name in the book you could think of. You had all these people doing responses to me and all that shit, man. And all the stuff that they were saying at the time. And it really, I was just speaking on what I've been seeing, I was expressing an opinion. And I basically I was just stating things that I was seeing, things that I've seen, that I've experienced, that I've seen other people experience, in the last, 10 or so years. And that's what I was doing, which I'm pretty sure that I'm free to do that, considering that, I live in the United States. I was just exercising my First Amendment right here. And also, we're on social media, and you should.
Bro, I love when people like when they talk about stuff, like when they make like videos and things like that, and say, "Oh, I'm exercising my First Amendment right," or whatever. It's like, bro, that just means you can say shit about the government and not get punished, and not be thrown in jail. That doesn't mean that you can go and just say whatever you want wherever you want and be free of consequence. It just protects you from the government, throwing you in jail. That's pretty much all the First Amendment guarantees you.
Be allowed to basically express yourself, as long as you're not, doing anything bad, as long as you're not breaking any rules, which I wasn't. But yeah, that's what I was doing. I got vilified, and I got ostracized, and I got called out my name and everything. And now here, years later, I see seemingly every day or every other day, I'm seeing here on YouTube, for example, I click on the main page on YouTube, and I'm seeing all these videos, of these big channels with hundreds of thousands of subs making these videos talking about women being lonely, women being desperate, women begging for attention, and so on and so forth.
Bro, what?
Saying how men are done with women, and so on and so forth, and just all this different stuff. I've shared some.
What?
What?
Bro, what the fuck are you watching on YouTube to where the algorithm is feeding you stuff like this? Does anyone here watching this now get those types of videos on their feed? I'm sure as fuck ain't. But, I mean, the only thing I'm getting is, like, wrestling and video games and shit like that. That's the only stuff I look for, or on my other thing, because I have, like, I have a couple of YouTube things, but my two main ones, it's my personal one, which I had before I was, like, on YouTube, and that's, like, my main one. It's also a premium account. So the content creators that I follow, I use on that one, because then I'll know they'll get some more money. And, well, I mean, more money than, on the ads or whatever. And then for this channel, which was what I watch exclusively on my Lolcow stuff. But, like, on neither of those am I getting anything about people talking about, like, how hard it is to date women. Like, what are you looking at, bro?
Of the videos you guys have seen, again, I've shared some of these videos in my community tab. I've shared some of this.
Okay, we have to take a quick field trip here. Let's see here. Posts. Triple H's a problem in terms of bag or lack of storylines. Always discussing. Okay. Fortune for shooters. Wait, what the fuck is this? Hold on. Fortune. What is this? We are Fortune for shooters about to change things in the YWC. Oh, okay, whatever. It has a rich white snob problem. Fanto anime reviewer channel. Orioles of people. CM Punk. Seduction anime collect. Okay, we may have to take a quick detour to this later. I need men only. Women, lonely, desperate women are begging for husbands at Home Depot. Wait, what is this? There's literally no sources for this. Like, this story has been refuted on so many different levels, so many different times. No, okay, so fellas, isn't it about time you stop whiting out and admit to yourself that women are in fact the problem? seeing all these videos on YouTube talking about men giving up on dating and modern day women being desperate because men will pursue them is great to see. It validates everything I've said in the past when it comes to how women are nowadays. I'm glad more men are taking notice and pushing back. It brings me great joy. Yeah, this guy has to be curating his comments. Oh, give me a fucking break. I don't know who needs to hear it. I don't know who needs to hear this, but people need to stop treating pro wrestling as a popularity contest. Like what you want, regardless of what others think. But bro, like, shut up. You are not one to talk. Yeah, it's all incel shit. But anyways.
It's kind of, and there's many more. I just shared a handful of them that I saw. And, it's one of those things where, YouTube has this algorithm where if you click on one video and it's about a certain subject, then they're going to recommend you a whole bunch of other videos that are kind of fall in that same kind of,
yes, thank you for telling us how YouTube works.
Basically topic or whatever. So that's
we haven't figured it out yet.
But anyway, yeah, I click on one or two and now I'm seeing a bunch of them. And these aren't old videos either. These are recent. Like literally within the last week or last few weeks. And there's there's content creators out there who talk about this stuff regularly, and they have hundreds of thousands of fucking subs. Some of these videos that I shared, the channels that are talking about or making these videos, they have like upwards of 100, 200, 300,000 subs. Get thousands of views, thousands of likes, thousands of comments, people responding to the things that they're saying in a positive way. People agreeing and adding their own input, and so on and so forth. And I'm seeing this, and I'm basically saying to myself, yeah, the stuff that these people are divulging when it comes to how women are in society today and why dating is so bad because of how women are, this is stuff that I've been saying for years. This is stuff that I've been trying to basically tell people for the longest time, and now finally people are waking up to it. And it's just, we live in a society where seemingly you got a lot of, there's apparently a big feminist movement in this country, really in the world in general, but specifically here in the States. You got this feminist, strong feminist movement here, going on. And, women nowadays are basically trying to normalize, not dating men, trying to normalize, belittling and, talking down to men or whatever, trying to say that, all men are evil, men are worthless, men are, obsolete, men are on the decline, all that kind of shit. And finally, people are taking note of what's going on. And it's like, it took you guys long enough, it took you guys long enough. Like, I've been saying this shit for 5 years now, and it's like... By
the way, this is fucking inferior. For a guy who's been on YouTube as long as he has, he's been on for, not like really long, but like long enough. Like, motherfucker, get a fucking tripod. Don't just hold the thing in front of you like this because the screen keeps shaking as you're laughing at your own shitty points.
And this entire time, I got vilified and ostracized and shit. And now these other big name channels are fucking making videos about it and they're getting praised for it. And it's like, this is what I've been saying all along. And, people sit here and they'll try and paint me in a certain light and they'll act like, oh, you're just doing this because you're mad or you're jealous or you're bitter or this, that, and the third fucking thing. They try to sit here and psychoanalyze shit that I'm doing. And it's like, no, I'm bringing awareness. It's not about being bitter. It's not about being mad or any of that shit or being...
No, it totally is what it is. Like, it is about you being mad. Because if you weren't mad or whatever, you wouldn't be making these points in the first place. Like, what do you think you're doing? Like, you're fucking educating people? Like you're doing this like as a public service? Like, no, you're just bitching and moaning. And that's what people called you out on. I mean, I can't speak to these other channels, but, like, I have to think that, like, their arguments have to be a bit more nuanced and a bit more, like, have more weight to them, more gravitas to them. Whereas, like, if someone like you is delivering this message, like, it comes across as, no, you're just a bitter incel. And you could argue that that's unfair, that we're just judging you based off your appearance or whatever, but, like, I'm sorry, bro, it is what it is.
oh, you're probably just a lonely, desperate virgin, or all that stupid shit. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's that I'm bringing awareness to a real problem. That I was bringing awareness to a real problem. You know,
He's acting like he's fucking, like he's, speaking about AIDS and homosexual community in 1982. Like, bro, like, what exactly are you bringing awareness to here?
that I was seeing. And this stuff needs to be called out. Because if I don't do it, then at that time, really nobody was doing it. You know? Women were out here basically using, manipulating men, manipulating the system, manipulating the dating scene.
The system?
You got things that were normalized, like, nowadays you got fucking OnlyFans, women selling pictures and videos of themselves for cheap money, for a quick buck, because they refuse to work because they're fucking lazy. And you got all this stigma of
that's exactly why they do it, because they're too lazy. Like, bro, have you seen the money they can bring in? Like, motherfucker, do you know how many people out there who like use OnlyFans as a second job because their main job isn't helping them make ends meet, and you're calling them lazy? Like, bro, do you God.
Girls and shit like that on TikTok and other sites, and even here on YouTube, and you get women who basically get away with they get away with a lot of shit, dude. They get away with openly, expressing these feministic viewpoints and all this man hating and all the stuff, all this shit. But that's allowed. But God forbid if a guy speaks up about and criticizes their mentality. Otherwise, they'll get labeled a sexist and a misogynist and all these terrible things, But women are allowed to hate on men all day. I don't understand. I don't understand what the double standard is.
Gee, I can't imagine why women, with all the shit they've been through, why they might be a little bit bitter at men. What could they possibly be annoyed with? Like, you really don't get why women might be pissed at men. Like, I'm not trying to, like, all, be white knighting for all women. But, like, bro, you gotta be a little bit realistic here. 1984, it didn't come out in 1984. It came out in, like, the 50s or 60s. It was, and I haven't read the whole thing. I read part of it. It's basically about a dystopian future where, like, the government runs everything, controls everything. It's all propaganda. They control all forms of information. People have to live in very special ways. Like, they go and they've generated that, like, they have like fake wars, or it's very it's and the thing of the government controlling everything, controlling speech, this, that, and everything. People often reference it when like the government gets too controlling and manipulative and things like that. But that's, I can't really speak to complete things.
And this is something that I've been trying to basically bring people's attention to. I've been trying to make people aware of this for years, and nobody wants to listen because I'm just another fucking wrestling content creator. I'm just somebody who talks wrestling. I'm just some random fat wrestling fan, but nobody wants to take me seriously. And shit. But now finally people are saying it. You got women out here basically fucking pissing in jars and shit and selling it online. You got women trying to sell their bath water, trying to sell fucking urine in a jar, calling it gamer girl pee and shit, and fucking sell that shit online for fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars. And like, that's fucking disgusting, dude.
Guess who's buying it? Men. Men are buying this shit. So who's the worst one here? Like, which one is worse? The one who's selling it or the one who's buying it?
Sanitary. How is that not something?
I'm pretty sure they're not selling their pee, by the way. I know people selling bathwater thing. I don't think many people are selling their fucking
But they're allowed
piss.
to get away with that. Because they know that there are motherfuckers, fucking weirdos on the internet who fucking buy that shit. It's just ridiculous. How is that even allowed? And it's shit like that that I see. And that's why I fucking call out, the fact that sites like OnlyFans and these other sites who basically sit here and capitulate to women doing this shit, sites like that needs to be fucking taken down. And I've been preaching this for quite some time now.
and he doesn't even understand something either. Welcome, Doomer.
Hey now.
Like, OnlyFans is not, at its heart, it is not a sex or whatever website. What it is, it's supposed to be it's OnlyFans. It's fans of your content. So it's almost like another Patreon. But the thing is that its laws are so lax that sex workers or whatever just gravitated towards it because of its rules. But it's really meant to be a service where you can do anything on there. I mean, you could just make content there for people and sell it on there. That's what OnlyFans is. It's just that it got infected or flooded with sex workers because of the rules there and how lax they are.
I'm just expressing what I'm saying. I'm just stating what I'm saying. I'm bringing awareness to a real problem, but nobody wants to listen.
Yeah,
Just
it's
like
a real problem that OnlyFans is a thing.
years ago, I think it was around 2023, I basically stated that there was going to be a gender war coming. I don't know if some of you might remember that. I made a video talking about I think there's a big gender war coming. This was around, I think, mid-2023. And the people who were basically following me at the time, who were, reacting to things that I was doing, basically, scoffed at it. I was basically laughed at, scoffed. People say, you're just saying shit. You're just out of your mind, blah, blah, blah. You're just trying to get attention, or whatever the fuck it was they were trying to say. And now, sure enough, sure shit, I'll be damned if I'm not proven right about that. Because you look online, you look on social media, and all the fuck you see. Women taking shots at men. Men taking shots at women. That's all the fuck you see now. That's all the fuck you see. It's a big fucking clusterfuck. And you add into the fact of what is going on.
No, you're only seeing that on the things that you watch. Like, I'm sorry, it has to be said again. The internet ain't the real world. Like, because, okay, by that logic, freaking, like, I follow video game stuff. So from my thing, it should be, the entire world hates that Switch games now use key cards, that Microsoft is the worst company in the world, and that wrestling is in a really bad state right now. It's like, no. The vast majority of people do not follow that stuff. The vast majority of people are not chronically online. So you saying as if this is some big war going on. No, it's just on the areas of the world that not even the world, the areas on the internet that you follow. So no, you haven't predicted anything. All that happened is that you did enough searching, you did enough stuff to where the algorithms are now better tuned to you, and they're feeding you the same type of content that you've been spewing out, or the stuff you've been looking for. Of course, the algorithms are going to feed you shit that's like the stuff you're looking for. Yeah, exactly, Doomer. Like, no, this isn't vindication. This is just that you discovered a part of YouTube or social media that you didn't realize existed before. That's literally all this is. Complaining about women or gender shit has been around for years. It's just, I guess it took a while for the algorithm or your proper searching of it for you to be fed these videos that, agree with you. Like, I'm very critical of AEW. And so YouTube feeds me numerous videos of AEW being shit on. But if I was not critical of it or didn't feed that stuff, then I'd be getting more content that would be saying, AEW is great or is doing great. Is it that wrestling weeb guy? Yeah, that's exactly who it is.
Politically in this country, and it's even worse. They make it even worse. It makes it even worse, I should say. And it's ridiculous. So I was proven right on that yet again. And I was saying this years ago, dude. I've been saying this.
I love it. Literally, his argument is, I've channeled
emphasizing this for years. I swear to God, somebody should call me fucking. I need to change my name to fucking Nostradamus, because I'll be damned if I didn't predict this shit. I'll be damned if I didn't see this coming. But it's just crazy, dude. Like, here years later, after I've been stating these facts. I've been basically warning people, telling people all this stuff, and now finally people are bringing it. Now people are actually being made aware of it. Now people are finally talking about it. People are finally waking up to the fact that this is what it is. That women, are just, they're allowed to act a certain way. They're allowed to fucking act the way they act. Because you got a lot of enablers out there. You got a lot of people who enable that shit. People who enable that fucking behavior. And until that changes, until somebody speaks up, somebody with a big enough name, until somebody speaks up on that shit and holds them accountable for their crooked behavior, for their just toxic fucking mentality.
You really want to call out an entire fucking gender. Someone call them out in their behavior. So you want the entire women's gender or whatever. You want all women to answer for how they're acting. Are you out of your mind?
Until somebody calls them out on this shit, it's never going to change. It's never going to change. Now finally people are seeing it. Finally people are seeing things from my point of view. I mean, it took you long enough. Like, seriously, it took these people long enough to realize what these women were doing.
He really is so fucking deluded that he looks like the old... You know what? Let's look her up. I mean, I know who you're talking about, but I just want to get like a, let's see, let me pull it up from, what the fuck, might as well just pull up another window here. What the fuck, okay, blind woman, Deadpool. I mean, you're not that far off, honestly. Yeah, there is a bit of a thing there.
And it's just like, once again, I'm kind of, if you want to call it me gloating or me whatever, that's what it is. I mean, I'm just patting myself on the back. Because I've been saying
I'm patting myself on the back, Jesus Christ.
For years, and now finally people are waking up to it. So I'm proving.
I really would like to send something to this guy, but we follow the rules here. We don't touch the poop. So
I mean, I don't know what more to say other than I told you so. I don't know what more to say.
Encourage also everyone. Don't touch the poop. Don't engage. Just watch, point, and laugh.
Finally, people are waking up and realizing that this is what's going on. And until that changes, it's going to be a reoccurring problem. Until people make an effort to make a change about what's going on, it's never going to get better. It's going to get worse, if anything. So I was proven right. I was 100% proven right. Women nowadays are no good. They're unapproachable. They think that they can get away with anything because society enables them and allows them to get away with that shit. It allows them to say and do whatever they want. It allows them to be openly feministic. It allows them to openly hate men. Society enables that shit. But we as men are not allowed to be who we are. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But that's where we are as a society. And it sucks. It's ridiculous. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. God forbid it ends up like some fucking World's End harem shit. If you ever watch that anime, World's End harem, I personally, it's kind of a pretty polarizing series. I personally liked it, but if you ever watch that series, you know what I'm talking about.
I haven't, so I have no fucking idea what he's talking about.
But yeah, so all I got to say with this video here is pretty much, I told you guys so. It took you guys long enough to figure this out, to realize now people are finally seeing more and more what these women are and what they're doing. And
this is so fucking funny. I just love this.
Good thing to see. Finally some progress, but will it get
progress.
better? I doubt it. Not anytime soon, anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say for that, man. So I'm gonna wrap this up here. I didn't intend for this video to go this long, but yeah. So I just had to say that. But anyway, that's all I got to say for this video, so thank you for watching here. So yeah, yours truly was proven right about women once again. It is what it is. But that's all I got to say.
I was proven right about women.
Russian Otaku.
He's literally
Sure like this video. Leave a comment. Give your thoughts on anything I touched on here.
That is amazing. He is literally patting himself on the back because he found some more popular channels that had the same utterly incel retarded views as he did, and he's patting himself on the back for that. That would be like if after my video came out about DSP and the fundraiser, if I went and I patted myself on the back and I said, see, now people are agreeing with me that DSP is a scumbag, con artist. Like, no, other people have said that. Other people have said the exact same thing. You're literally patting yourself on the back for finding more popular videos than your own that agree with you. That is amazing. Wow. And like, honestly, like as the father of 2 girls myself, like I honestly feel kind of bad for them. Like, because they have me as a dad. No. Because like I'm sorry, but like it sucks. It kind of sucks being a girl. Like being female. And I'm not trying to be like all like quasi like wish-washy white knighting your friends, whatever. It's like, let's just call a spade fucking spade here. I mean, like fucking Louis C.K. said it years ago. When he said, I'm a white man. Yes. I'm on top of the chain. I won the lottery. I'm a white male. Yeah. Like it was, tell me where I'm telling lies.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Let's see here. On internet. Maybe go for one more. I gotta see what that other channel is. It's not Fortune for Seekers. He has some... Or Fortune for Shooters. Where's his... Let's see here. This moron seriously believes the entire division was killed because Aiden wanted to push Tony Storms and all. And pretty sure Winston Division is still alive and well. Yeah, it's just more. Just remember for reference, so we never try to counter program TNA with a number promotion in the States. A, that's not entirely true. And B, fucking look, I think it is kind of shitty how WWE is actively counter programming AEW, and it just hurts both products. But at the same time, it's like when Tony Khan acts like a total dick, you can't be too surprised when Nick Khan goes back and fights back. You know what I mean? Hold on, where's that anime channel? I saw some weird stuff. Okay, no. The fuck was it? I saw it. Yeah, my 2.5 dimensional seduction. Okay, this we gotta see. Phantom Anime Collector.
All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Phantom Anime Reviewer here, back again on the Phantom Anime Reviewer channel. And I want to say what's going on. It's been quite some time since I've done a video on here. It's been quite some time since
this will be the last video of the stream.
Channel. Well, I have been on, obviously. I've been monitoring the channel and stuff like that in terms of,
Okay, I don't care.
I really appreciate the stuff that I've been doing. I see that the channel... wanted to go ahead and do a video here because, as I just stated, I wanted to get back to doing some content, and there are several videos that I plan on doing, and I got some opportunities to upload some more stuff. I want to get back to uploading some more content, both in terms of me speaking like I'm doing here and in terms of various clips and such. So we're now approaching not only the end of June, because it's the final week of June. We're not only approaching the end of June, but also the end of the spring 2025 anime season. A lot of them are wrapping. A lot of the anime that have been airing are either have already wrapped up or are wrapping up this week. And a good number of the ones that I'm watching have wrapped up. You know, it's just like another, within the next couple days, actually, within the next, 4 or 5 days, the ones that I'm watching will be wrapped up. And so, yeah, so we're approaching the end of spring, and we're going now, starting in July, we're going to be starting some of those summer 2025 anime titles. And so there's several that I'm looking forward to. There's a number of, season 2s, continuations, some even season 3s.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm obviously going to make a list of the ones that I will be watching, or the ones that
I'm not going to know what any of these are because I don't watch modern
for
anime.
The last year or so on the channel, I always make a video where I show off.
Not that I have anything like inherently against it.
And I'll be doing that with the summer 2025
I only have so much time in my day.
And on top of that, I want to get at some point.
No, and also I just don't like how most modern anime looks. I really hate that this sheen CG style look that all modern anime has. Like, I'm sorry, and call me a boomer or whatever, but you can't tell me that classic hand-drawn anime doesn't just look better than modern anime. Like, you're never going to convince me of that. And I don't think anyone can objectively say that modern anime is animated or looks better than classic anime. You know what I mean? Like, look at the Ranma 1/2 revival versus the old ones, and you'll totally get what I'm saying. Or just any one, like any long-running anime.
Reviews of the anime that I've been watching for the spring anime. And
by the way, I love these things are fucking filmed in 4K, but his lighting is so bad that it doesn't look anywhere near 4K. So he just has these massive files that are being uploaded, but there's no quality that's coming through at all.
A number of anime that I've watched this year, dating back to early, the beginning of 2025. So all that content will be coming your way. It's just a matter of me finding the time to record and upload and all that kind of stuff. I've been busy, been keeping busy, but did not want to negate the content that I do on here on this channel. But anyway, so with that being said, that brings me here to today. So tonight, with this video,
PBS,
I'm going to be doing a little, another kind of video in a sense that I've done in the past, where I'm going to show off another of my manga collection, one of my collections of manga that I've been kind of gathering really throughout the last few months, since the beginning of this year. So late last year, I showed off my manga collection for the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, Really, Really Love You. At the time, I was around 8 or 9 volumes in or whatever. Now, obviously, I have a lot more, which I'll get to doing an update video showing off the ones that I got within the last couple months. And I also have, I'm also collecting the Air Gear manga series as well. And so I haven't completed that collection yet. When I do, I'll be sure to make a video
exactly,
that. But here today with this video, I'm going to be showing you the third manga series that I've been collecting.
Look at those sausage fingers
since the beginning of this year, since around February, March is when I started collecting it. And that being a series that I've talked about, a series that I've done reactions to, and a series that I've aired clips of here on the channel, and a lot of you have enjoyed them. There's actually some of my most viewed videos on this channel are those clips from the series. I'm going to show off my manga.
It's always good to upload clips of anime on your channel where you can't fucking monetize them at all.
I'm going to be showing you guys my 2.5 dimensional seduction manga collection. Sorry, my words got all jumbled up there. But anyway, so yeah, man.
Here it looks like he's using a tripod, though.
Like I said, early this year in February.
Why does he use tripod all the time?
After 2.5 dimensional seduction wrapped up, of course, with the it wrapped up, late last year, the anime series. And so, obviously, I was a fan of it. A lot of other people were fans of it. And like I said, a lot of those clips that I uploaded here on the channel have amassed a ton of viewership. And also, it was announced that there is a season 2 for 2.5 dimensional seduction in production right now. It's we just have to wait and see when it's going to be released. They haven't announced a release date as of yet. I imagine it's going to be sometime next year, 2026, maybe even
speed up things
probably
here.
Hopefully mid to late 2026, if not probably 2027. I hope it releases some point next year, at some time next year. But for the time being, I decided just just randomly one day, I said, hey, you know what, while I'm waiting, why don't I go ahead and collect the manga series? Because the manga had been releasing for the last few years, and there aren't too many volumes, and I thought, it's a pretty solid series, and so I thought I should go ahead and collect the manga of this as well. So before this, I haven't collected a whole lot of manga, but there's only like certain ones that I want to collect because there's a lot of manga out there, and I don't want to be that guy who just like collects a series and it ends up being like a shit ton of, like, for example, One Piece has over 100 manga volumes. I don't want to freaking, Jesus Christ, all the money you would spend for all those. I mean, if somebody's a collector and they want to, gather the, One Piece or whatever elongated series like that, then, by all means, you spend your money how you want. But for me personally, I want to spend it, I want to get series that are like not as long and the ones that I can actually collect and finish and complete the collection, if that makes any sense. But anyway, so I got the idea earlier this year to collect
these weebs now. They don't know how lucky and good they have it. With anime and manga. Like, growing up in the 80s and 90s, like, getting manga or anime, like, that was a chore. That was a pain. You had to be a fan. There were almost, like, no casual, like, fans back in the day. Like, you had to, like, really look and to find shit. Nowadays,
go ahead
anime
and show you guys my collection
everywhere.
so far in this video. So with that being said,
in the fucking library. Try to go into a library in the 80s and 90s and find any manga or anime. It ain't fucking happening. Nowadays, all of them have them.
Because I know I've been kind of rambling. So with that being said, let us begin. We'll start from the first. We'll start from obviously the first ones and then work our way up. So here I have in my hands the 2.5 dimensional
fuck?
Manga.
What?
Volume 1. There you see, of course, the cover art. It is, of course, Ririsa, the female MC of the series. You'll see this is her regular appearance, and this is her in cosplay as Lilia. So, of course, very beautiful, very, very nice there, very beautiful there. And here's the back. There you see Ririsa along with the other MC of the series.
Wait, hold on. Let's look at this description. I have no interest in real girls, so claims Okumura, president of the school's manga club. He's your typical otaku, obsessed with a sexy, fictional 2D manga character known as Lolcow. Then the new school year starts, and the real 3D girl named Lisa, whose passion is cosplay, joins the club. Lisa convinces Okumura to become her photographer, and guess who her favorite manga character is. Not only that, but Lisa is into modeling and fetishy stuff. The boundaries between 2D and 3D start to blur as this hot-blooded romantic comedy unfolds. Older teens, 15 plus. Bro, this looks like this should be like 21 plus. What the fuck?
Okumura, and you got a little synopsis, little description there, as you'll see usually with these manga volumes, and there you see the side there. And so yeah, so all of the, which by the way, all these manga,
you're welcome, Casper.
every volume in the series that I've collected is brand new. I don't mind collecting, used series. I don't mind collecting used manga volumes because I have in the past, especially for Air Gear. But if I can get it new and I can get a good price for it, I'm gonna get it new. So each and every single volume, every single manga volume that I'm gonna show you here is brand new, brand spanking new, hardly been touched. So I've been reading through them at my leisure.
I mean, I'm sure there probably is, but that probably goes into the realm of hentai.
We have, let's see, this is volume 2. Here we have volume 2, as you can see there. There's the other. Kind of MC, if you will. She certainly makes regular appearances in the series. This being Mikuri, the girl in the series who has obviously a big crush on Okumura, since her childhood. Here's her regular appearance, and then here's her in cosplay as one of the characters. And so here's the back, and there you see the two.
Hold on. Okay, no, same.
The characters that the MCs meet at their.
I gotta ask my girls
if you watch the anime, you'll know who these two are. I
am not at all acquainted with this one. Yeah, me neither. Well, I mean, I'm not into modern anime.
Okay, moving on here, moving right along. Here is we have volume 3, and there you see, of course, the teacher she's a teacher at the school at Ririsa and Okumura school, and she's also basically the guidance counselor for the manga club and all that, and she basically advises them and all that kind of stuff. And so here's her regular appearance, and here's her in cosplay because she used to be a cosplayer, a famous cosplayer in her day. She was one of the 4 queens of cosplay or whatever have you. And so here's another character there. And again, all these are in great shape.
Like, I'm not here to be moral grandstanding or judge people on their
so here we go, continuing along.
Manga things, but like
4. Sorry, I just want to
This
make
is
sure.
kind of like the shit that gives manga or like liking this kind of stuff a bad name. You know what I mean?
Here's her regular self, her regular appearance, and then here's her.
I mean, yeah, I'm not trying to pat. I'm just saying.
Manager, I believe,
from an outsider's perspective.
These covers for these manga are really solid, man. They really went all out in the covering for these things. The cover art is great, and then there's the side and the synopsis, and there you go. So continuing along, so excuse me, here we have volume 5. And there you see the other, kind of MC, if you will. She comes in later. Nonoa. At first, she's like, a really shy girl who views reader shows like competition or something like that. Or really, she just wants to make friends, and they end up making friends with her. Of course, so here's her regular self, her regular appearance.
Yeah, I got nothing against rom-coms.
I really like it how
I'm a
they had
Rumiko
one side
Takahashi
when it comes to
fan.
these earlier volumes. They have
most of her most famous
stuff
are essentially rom-coms.
And here's the back. Here's
at the end of the day,
who's in costume again. She's
Yurisi Yatsura is a rom-com.
Still cosplaying as a
Mizani Koku is one.
Right, so there we go. Moving along.
Ranma is definitely one.
One at a time. I don't want to take too long with one volume because I want to keep this going. So
Inuyasha kind of is one, but it focuses more on like the action part of it too.
Characters in the series, that being Arya, the Gyaru, if you will. And so here's her in regular attire, and then here's her in cosplay as one of the characters along with Lilio. And so here's the back. That's the character from the cosplay. I forget where he's from, but he makes a cameo appearance in one of the episodes, and he is also in this volume as well. So, or in the series as well, he makes an appearance as well. So anyway, continuing along. I don't want to get too much in depth here. Like I said, I don't want this video to be too long. Here's volume 7, and as you can see, we have all 4 of the female MCs on the cover. We have, of course, Lilio, played by Ririsa. We have Mikuri. We have Arya, and then we have Nonoa. And
honestly, from I was looking at the thumbnail thing, and I thought this was Rei from Neon Genesis Evangelion. I thought this was some goofy collection thing where they just draw sexualized versions of popular anime characters, and I thought from the thumbnail that maybe that this was Rei, and then maybe this was Asuka, but clearly I was wrong there. Excuse me.
They're all in cosplay costume together. They're all in basically character together. And I believe this is the volume where they do that. They all are, they get together and they have that one convention. They cosplay at that one convention. And here's 2 cosplayers that they encounter at one of the conventions.
I haven't watched really much anime in a while. I kind of want to go back and watch
and the back and the sides. And
this is the North Star again. I haven't seen that in years.
We got a couple volumes to go. We're about halfway through the ones that I have. So here is volume 8, and we got both the MCs on this time. We have, of course, Okumura, and we have Ririsa as Lilio. And they're kind of doing the pose there. And I believe this is the volume that kind of kicks off or I should say is the end arc for
I mean, we're just watching this for shits and giggles and stuff, but who consumes this type of content where people just show off their collection? Am I gonna go and make a fucking video of my fucking straight shooting DVD collection or my fucking Xbox One, PS5 game collection? No, because I don't think anyone would give a flying fuck about that kind of stuff. And it's, or my, what else? Yeah, I don't know. Or a video of my figurine collection. For my 9 characters that I have.
And it's also the same arc where Arya meets her father, or
I actually took a picture once and sent it on a Discord thing, and people were fucking mocking me for it.
And I believe that's Arya's father there,
because
he's a manga artist.
Because I didn't get a very high detailed
you see this
Kazuma Kiryu thing, and people were shitting on it.
I believe volume 8 is
kind of
right around where the second part, or the back end of the second part of the anime series, because the anime was 24 episodes, so getting into the final couple episodes of the second core, that's where volume 8 ends up, or the series ends up, I should say. So here's volume 9, and there you see, of course, oh my goodness, we have Ririsa and Mikuri in there you see beach attire, because this actually takes place at the beach. This volume covers the beach episode and so on and so forth, and then here's Okumura, and this volume is basically where the anime kind of ends off, because the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of figurines. My girls, though, goddamn,
the beach or whatever.
They have so many fucking figurines, and it annoys the shit out of me.
It's the part where Okumura finds out about Mikuri's, true thoughts or true feelings about him because he overhears a conversation between Mikuri, where Mikuri basically admits to Ririsa that she had feelings for Okumura since she was a kid. So, and then Okumura kind of, refines it,
Sorry, just give me 1 second here. Okay, never mind.
What do you call it? Okumura kind of looks, digs
Right,
inside,
exactly,
digs inside
Casper.
himself to try to
Like,
be a
my
better,
things are like, okay, like, so for example, I have 3 Lupin figure ones, and they're decent size. They're like this big. They're like 10, 12 inches high, around that. I have 2 Lupins and a Fujiko, but Lupin is one of my favorite series, okay? So I have that. And then I have 2, because I was able to get the Street Fighter 4 like super duper edition for like $80. And it came with like a whole bunch of stuff, including 2 figures. So I have that. I have a Asuka limited edition Funko Pop with one of her NXT things, but I'm a huge Asuka fan, so yeah, that makes sense. A Godzilla thing off of his -1 model, because again, big Godzilla fan. Uh, uh, Kiryu, because I'm a big Yakuza fan, and it's him. Literally has a he has behind him a fucking what is it? A bicycle he's gonna hit someone with. Like just in Yakuza things. And then I have a big figure from Assassin's Creed Origins, which I only have that though because there was some deal where I was able to get the the $200 edition of Assassin's Creed Origins, which had comes like the soundtrack, a statue, the full version of the game, with all the DLC and some other thing too. It was like $200, and it cost me like $80. I just got it because I thought it was a really good deal. Of course, then I played the fucking game and I immediately regretted it because I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying that the new Assassin's Creed games me and them just don't gel. I think they're just fucking annoying, stupid, level gated grind fest at this point. And they kind of take away from the whole idea of what Assassin's Creed is supposed to be. I mean, I get the series had to change after all those games doing the same fucking thing, but that's just not the path that I liked.
A better photographer, if you will, or something like that. For those of you who watch the series, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, moving on. So here's Volume 10. As you can see, this is the start of a.
And one other thing I do have though too
has not
is
been introduced in the anime.
There's Crystal Skull Vodka. It's there's a couple of them, but this I think is the original one. It was the one that Dan Aykroyd, the actor, it was his one, which I believe was the original one. It costs like $100. It's great fucking vodka. I do have to say, like, if you have a someone who really likes vodka, a good gift is Crystal Skull vodka. It's very good. It's almost sweet. There's like no burn at all. It's actually a sweet, highly refined vodka, and it comes with a cool. What the fuck? I'll just bring it over here. Hold on. Okay, of course it's going to be hard to see. But yeah, it kind of looks like from like the movies Crystal Skull. But yeah, this thing is filled with vodka. But that's the thing that he points out too. He's like, not only do you get a great thing of vodka, but you get a cool, thing. Yeah, it's a thing too. It's a cool collector's piece too. So not only do you get great vodka, and also he said it's a cool conversation starter. Yeah, I probably brought up at least up at one point. Yeah, what the fuck? We might as well also get the Uru that I got. This is my Kiru. you can see here, he's got the bicycle he's going to go and hit someone with. But yeah, people were like, I guess the face they felt didn't look too good. I mean, yeah, it's not like perfect, but another thing to keep in mind though too is like this thing costs under $100. Like, yeah, if this costs like $200-$300, like some things do, yeah, you could argue it doesn't look great. But for how much this costs, I think this is a more than reasonable expectation of quality. You know what I mean? And then the Asuka that I got. Like, I'm not big onto Funko Pops, but this is like one of her best like outfit things that she used to wear. So yeah, okay, back to the video. I won't, maybe another time I'll bring out all the Lupins and stuff, but I don't want this to be a
and
maybe
imagine,
a members only
once,
stream,
whenever the
because
second season starts,
paywalling
she'll be
my
introduced. I don't
collection
kind
is
of don't want
totally
to spoil
waiting
it.
if people
I'm just
sign
kind
up
of
for
showing you
that.
the cover art here. So this character is very pivotal to the story, especially when it comes to Okumura, and so you'll be introduced to her, I imagine, in the second season whenever 2.5 Dimensional Seduction Season 2 comes out. So this is her, and I believe this is her as well in cosplay form. And so, look, yeah, spoiler alert, she's a bit of a cosplayer as well. And you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised to find out who that is. And anyway, here are two more cosplayers.
So like Cedo Hawk, I just did that on
Maid,
like
Maid
a
outfits,
you know, random thing, sperm of the moment, as they say.
Deep stuff there.
I would never
Alright, so next
dedicate
up,
a
we
whole
have volume
video
11.
to showing off
We
those
see volume 11,
figurines.
we see Okumura and Ririsa, who are in regular attire.
Or any
They're,
part of my anime
singing
or manga
on
collection.
stage,
I
and
think I
again,
still
this is all
have.
part of everything after volume 9.
I actually
this is all
have. I'm
stuff
pretty
that we haven't seen
sure
in the
the
anime
first
yet. So all the
4
stuff that we touched
volumes
on
of
comes
the.
season 2. And then here's the back cover. We got another cosplayer there.
The first 4 volumes of Ranma 1/2.
I remember reading when I read through volume 11. That character.
My
was
friend from Japan actually got.
Again, I don't want to spoil too much for anybody who hasn't read up to this part of the manga yet, so I don't want to spoil too much. I'm just kind of showing off the volumes. But anyway, so here's volume 12, and here we have a whole cast of characters, some of which. Actually, all these characters are kind of new.
On the phone
yeah, so here's volume 12, and we have a whole new.
God, how many years ago?
I mean, I guess
before I got married. Goddamn, we're 15
anyway,
years ago.
so we got a whole cast of cosplayers here, and you'll find out who these characters are. Like I said, once if you read up to this part, if you read up to volume 12, or
yeah, so let me go see if I can quickly find it.
Again, the second season of 2.5 Dimensional Selection comes out. So here's the back cover and another character there in cosplay. Alrighty, so just continuing along, we got a few more volumes. Okay, now here we have volume 13. And here's another character that is yet to be introduced. And spoiler alert, it is one of the queens of cosplay, one of the 4 queens of heavenly queens of cosplay. I'm not going to say who, but I'm just throwing that out there. But this is her. This is her on the cover, and this is her in cosplay form. And then on the back here, we have 2 more cosplayers as well in the side. And so yeah, so again, very, very, very solid covering, very nice, very excellent cover art. I love the cover art for these. And then finally, the last and the latest of the manga volumes that I've gotten. It is volume 14. As you can see, that is indeed Okumura, and this is the girl from earlier, and he's carrying a bouquet. And yeah, you'll know what this is all about. You will know what this is about when we get to this part. If you've read this manga, if you've been following the manga, if you read this specific volume, or you're reading up to the chapters or whatever, you'll know what this is all about. And I know once we get to a season 2, the relationship between these two will definitely be one of the biggest points in that series. And so here's the back. As you can see, that's Ririsa again as Liliel. And so yeah, there you go. So that is volume 14, and that is the last volume that I've collected. So that is the entire collection, volumes 1 through 14. So there you go, man. So there you go. So with that being said, that is the entirety of my 2.5 Dimensional Seduction manga volume collection. So let me just show you. Here I'm gonna do it in parts because I can't hold them all in my hand because it's quite a bit of them. So here's volumes 1 through 7. As you can see, that's all the collections there from the first all the way down to from 1 all the way down to 7. So there you see the sides there, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, brand new manga volumes, brand spanking new, hardly no dust on them, no markings on them, no nothing. It's just like I said, brand new in pristine condition.
Of course, I couldn't find it.
So as you can see, the shine.
And of course, I also did
so that's
what
1 through 7, and then this.
What H3 always bitches about, which I agree with too, is like the react people who will just leave. They'll be reacting to something and then leave the thing they're watching. So they're providing no commentary whatsoever. I did find this, though. Although it's missing the cover. GTO, Greatest Teacher...
is volumes 8 through 14. So yeah, just wanted to show you that. And so there you go, from 8 all the way down to 14. So there you have it. So let me just go ahead and slide them back into the box that I keep them in, because I keep them in a box. It's not anything special. It's like a box that's that
I never got into this. I don't even know how I ended up getting
every
this
now and then I get
manga,
stuff in the mail.
honestly.
Sometimes I keep the boxes.
Like,
so
I've literally
stuff in
never
it.
read
So
this
I've been
or
using
seen
some of these
it.
like shipping boxes
I mean,
to
makes sense
hold
because
my manga
freaking,
volumes in. So there you have it, folks. There's my
this is all
2.5
Japanese,
dimensional
so I can't read.
seduction
I don't even
manga
know how I got a copy
collection.
of this.
Volumes 1
Somehow
through
I got
14.
a copy of it
And
years
like I said,
ago.
I'm actively collecting them. And the next volume that I collect, I think, comes out in another couple months in the summer, if I'm not mistaken.
Of course, now
In
after this, I
August,
have to go
believe volume
back and
15
fix. I have a
releases.
Foot
So
Locker
it's
in my garage.
right now when it comes
in
to
my
both
basement.
2.5 dimensional
It has a bunch
seduction
of random
and
stuff
100
in
Girlfriends.
it
Those
from
are
my
two manga series
past.
that are continuously
But I need to
releasing.
keep it closed because if I don't, then mice might get into
So
it.
every couple months, like every 3 months, they release a new
Yes,
volume.
unfortunately, I have a
I believe the
mice
next volume for
problem.
2.5 dimensional seduction comes out
Comes and
in
goes.
August. And then the next one for 100 Girlfriends comes out in September, so they're about a month apart. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep doing that, keep collecting them until they finish, and hopefully they don't hopefully they don't run too long, because I do want to complete. I'm very much a fan of both, so I don't mind collecting them, but I do hope that they conclude at least when it comes to the manga. I'm sure 100 Girlfriends is probably going to be a while, because obviously it's not going to conclude until we see all 100 Girlfriends. But 2.5 dimensional seduction, we'll see how far it goes. But anyway, so that's pretty much going to do it for that. So that is the entirety of my 2.5 dimensional seduction manga collection.
Nobody
so
cares.
For you here. As another
We
bonus,
just wasted
another,
time.
Video that I want to
Although
kind
you
of
did get to see,
showcase, one of the manga.
The
collections
Empress of
that
Tomorrow.
One of the manga series that I'm currently collecting. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was a treat. If you did
I got
enjoy
this
it, make
actually
sure to
at
hit
a.
that
I
like
didn't even
button,
like
leave a comment,
buying this
give
when
me
it
your
came
thoughts on
out.
the
I found
series. Give me your thoughts if
someone
any
was
of you are
selling this
watching
at
or reading the
a
manga, following the manga,
used at a
saw the anime,
wrestling
what
convention
you
I
think of the
went to,
series
and
as
I
a whole.
just
Just hit me up, let me
grabbed
know in the
it.
comments, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Along
Appreciate
with
all the support.
my
With that being
picture of
said,
a
that's pretty much gonna do it,
murderer.
man. So thank you for
I
watching.
actually have
like I said, more content to
I
come.
have a
It's
picture
just
of
a matter
someone
me,
who killed,
getting around
who
to
has
recording
killed
and uploading and all that kind
another
of stuff. So
human
please be
being.
patient, but more content is definitely coming to you
Actually,
within
a
the coming
signed
days,
picture of the
within the
killer.
coming weeks,
By
if not
the
the majority
killer.
of the rest of this year, 2025. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, have
You
a
might
good
think
rest of
I'm
your night.
lying right now,
This has been Fancy
but
Anime
I'm
Reviewer
really
signing
not.
off here on the Fancy
I'll
Anime
go and
Reviewer
prove it
channel,
to you,
and I'll
and
see
then
you
we're
guys
gonna
later.
call it
I'm out for
stream.
now. Have a good one. Peace.
It's a picture of Sunny. She has killed someone. She is in jail because she killed someone. Just look it up. Look up Sunny Wrestler, Sunny WWE, and you'll see all the stuff. And look, I even have... Yeah, sorry, the whole, like... Hold on. I feel bad this is coming in so bad because of the... Maybe I can turn off the filter, but then my disgusting background will come in. But no, that there's a certificate of authenticity on this. So it definitely was signed by them. Okay, yeah, sorry, it's coming in bad. Well, okay, now you can see it better. The certificate of authenticity proving that the killer, and it was funny too. So if you see here, it says $15 here, and I believe when I saw this, she had just been like arrested, I believe. Because she goes arrested, went to trial, found guilty, thrown in jail. And like I saw it and I was like, oh, I gotta get that just like for like the lulz or whatever. And so I said to the guy, I'm like, oh, how much does that cost? Or I was like, how much is it? Even though the price is on. He goes, oh, I'll give it to you for 10. I'm like, okay, sure. It might have been 5 actually, now I think about it. But he offered it for a smaller amount than what was written on the price tag. When's the last time you've ever had that happen where someone, I mean, I understand like going to like haggling with someone at a tag sale or a swap meet, something like that. But to literally not even, to just ask about the price and then just get it lowered there because it was obvious he wanted to get the fuck rid of it. And I was more than happy to take it off of his hand. Yeah, no, like I said, I literally got that just for the lulz. And speaking of just for the lulz, it's time to bring this to an end. There's all good things. But speaking of, I'm sure no one saw this online or on Twitter earlier, but I was going to do 2 streams this weekend. One was going to be this, the other was going to be This Is How You Don't Play, where we're going to watch the WoW one, World of Warcraft. But I wanted to wait on that because I really wanted to watch one because I have a friend who's now into the Goutverse, who's been on a couple of my streams, who was really into WoW. So I wanted them to be able to see it too. And so I went and I said, what day is better for you? And she said tomorrow. So I moved this stream to today, and we'll watch that, and then might watch the Team Fortress 2 one where he got trolled. Or maybe when he originally went back and played it, one or the other. That's a great thing too. His original TF2 stream, he was playing on a computer, and yet he was still using the fucking camera to record it. Because he couldn't figure out how to do fucking, regular recording off of a fucking computer. But, anyways. The WoW one was classic. Well, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm more looking forward to it. And I'm sure her as a... I only played WoW, I probably threw in... couldn't have been more than 50 hours. And that's being very generous. I really didn't watch, or I didn't play a lot of it. I tried to get into it, but then I just got bored after a while. I know you can solo it if you really want to, but I just got too annoyed and bored with it. And it's a MMO thing. It's not a me thing, because I tried, let me take that back. It's a me thing. It's not the MMOs. I don't click with them. I tried WoW. I tried what's it called? Guild Wars or whatever. The one that has Guild in it. The second one of that, Guild Wars 2, I think. Yeah, it was definitely the sequel. And then Final Fantasy 14. None of them clicked. So, whatever. It's not you, it's me. But anyways, thanks everyone for stopping by. Like I said, tomorrow will be This Is How You Don't Play of WoW and probably Team Fortress 2. Let's see, who can we... Who are we gonna raid? DJ Jazzy Jeff's on. And we'll do Anne. I actually meant to watch some Wings of Redemption today, because no joke, I had a dream that I was with Wings of Redemption last night. It was this weird thing. I don't remember the entire context, but at some point he was driving a minivan or a SUV, and I was in it with him for some reason. And I don't know. I guess this is what happens when you drink a lot the night before, and then you wake up in the middle of the night and have to go back to sleep. So you have those goofy, we wake up and then you go back to sleep. You have those really weird dreams. It was one of those situations. Okay, so on the Twitch side, raid Ann. Any other one? No, there really isn't much. No one's really live now on YouTube, so fuck, I'll just end the stream then, I guess. But anyways, thanks everyone for stopping by, and shout out to the channel members if there's still any left. Or the member, I guess. Come along if you can't sing along. And I will see you all next time. Have a good one, folks.